gonna lie. I bit my tongue a few times on dropping this one, but let me go ahead and get this shit. I just got up. I gotta go get hydrated, gotta get situated, but it's been on my mind for a minute. Like, share, comment, subscribe, man. You gotta throw something on the cash app. Right, so let me get close because I know the background a little loud. I'm about to go get it. I'm about to bust a move, right? Hold up, man. I'm thirsty as fuck. I'm thirsty as a motherfucker, Bill. I feel like that little meme that be on everything. Fire! Thirsty as a motherfucker. This don't got no water. This building ain't got no running, nasty, sappy water. Got this. Where is it? I know ain't nobody come over. I'm about to say, at least I got this. You know, you ain't got no water on you. Shit, better go with some Celeron. Alright, here we go, y'all. You know, this is just my experience. This will probably just be me speaking. Probably no one else, right? Alright. You know, the Chinese man got the Chinese woman. The Chinese woman got the man. You see, the white man got the white woman. The Arab man got the Arab woman. And in America, you would think the black man got the black woman. But here comes a rude awakening. I'm not no master genetic, but I am what I am. And I know I'm about to start a war on this bitch. But I may be right, I might be wrong, bro. But what I have noticed, well, I know I'm a whole different species, a whole different kind, a whole different genetic code. So I can't speak for all the melanated, dark-skinned motherfuckers out there. But let's get into what the message is, right? Black woman DNA. Okay, black women are the true serpents. The true serpents. They are the true serpents, right? And what I noticed is that, you know what I'm saying? You know, black women may mingle around with the Mexican man or the white man. I'm surprised that they really mix around with the Japanese and the China man. And I'm not trying to sound negative or nothing, but you know, I mean, when I look in the female eyes, I know what she like to see. And when I look in the female eyes and I see her with a China man, it's really on some resourceful shit. It ain't really on that, you know what I'm saying? It's on some connections and resources and shit. It's not really on that, oh, your vibration type shit. Because, I mean, I don't know, I ain't in there all them man's pockets and shit. I ain't gay, but, you know, the China man hammer is completely way different from the melanated man hammer. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? To each his own. Like I said, everybody, they got some individuals, like they say, God granted them a Thor. You know what I'm saying? You know, ain't a shrimp, but some lobsters out there. You know, I know, but no homo. You know, first of all. But let's get to the point, right? I sit back and I say, damn, bro, because I see it from other people, other situations, or maybe it's just what they show me, and that's all I was able to perceive from my perception. But like I say, black women are the true serpents. They are the serpent seeds. I'm not trying to say, like, you know, if you get what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, right? Let's get to the point, right? Okay, you always wonder, like, dang, bro, why, You know, this is to each his own. Not every black woman is like this, but majority of them, bro, they would do whatever the white man say. They would do whatever the white man say. Fix me a sandwich, bitch. You feel me? How much, master? You know, and it be your own kind, like they say, all skin folk and kinfolk, bro. And you as a melanated man, you wonder why, you know, especially in America, you wonder why, you know, your biggest hate and your biggest enemy have been the black woman. And this is not to be negative, because all black women have not treated me like dirt and such. Some black women actually treated me like a god and a king. You feel me? So this is not all of them, right? Like I said, I can be wrong. You know what I'm saying? But majority of the black, some of the black women, let's get into some esoteric genetic shit, right? This is on some higher consciousness shit. You got the eyes to see, the knowledge, okay. Oh, okay, let's look at the Japanese, the China, the slanted-eyed people. They are the insectoids, the insectilians. The white man is the reptoid, the reptilian. And let's get into this shit, right? You wonder why the black woman do you so bad sometimes and shit. And it's just in a genetic sequence and code, because the black woman DNA was grafted and spliced from the lizard, from the reptilian, the reptoids. You know what I'm saying? So the black man himself have the God essence, the God spark, right? And then majority of some of these black women have the serpent DNA sequence within their genetics. So, you know what I'm saying? AKA Medusa type shit. She was a snake, right? Woo-de-woo. But what is a snake? It's a form of a reptile. Even if Medusa could have been black, so that means her DNA was spliced with some reptilian, a lizard, you know what I'm saying? Man, got a bat in the upper cave. But yeah, man, that's why I was sitting back and I was biting my tongue on this one, but I was like, you know what, bro? Black woman genetic sequence code was cut from the reptoids or the reptilians. And that may make sense to a lot of the black men or the black African American men, whoopty whoop, because I'm not speaking about the African woman out there in Africa. They DNA splice and cut with something else too. You know what I'm saying? But I'm speaking about, you know, in America and stuff like that. You did. And they were like, Vabo, how do you know? You don't even do genetics. You're not in any genealogy and shit. It's a level that you get to, bro. You don't have to go to school for shit like this. I didn't go to school for a lot of shit that I'm on. You feel me? That's just how I am. You feel me? Because everyone in my life tried to tell me the opposite of what everything I was looking for. And that made me able to find what the fuck I was looking for. Like, I remember my mama used to always be like, go find this. You always go find, you never find what I tell you to find, but you always find what you want to find. And every time I go tell you to go find it, I find it. But it was never in those places she told me to go look for it. You know what I'm saying? Now I remember that shit and I be like, damn, that shit hurt it. You know what I'm saying? But when you go look for it, you can find it. Ain't something fishy about that. So that was like one of my first lessons and skills, bro. And also they was trying to send me on dummy missions and shit to go do what they had to do and not let me know what's really going on. But I ain't Poppy show, bitch. I am Poppy though. It's just my show. But anyway, you know, yeah, I'm gonna just end it on that note, man. You know what I'm saying? And the black man always figure like, bro, it's like a bridge that you could cross, but she's never willing to cross it. If you know what I mean, on that soulful spiritual level, because on a genetic code, bro, majority of these, the ones who don't have the God essence, the divine essence spark, they are all made and crafted from the reptilian DNA. And that's why you see a lot of black women and shit be with the white man and shit, you know what I'm saying? And you gotta remind yourself too, maybe you just don't have a higher level of telekinesis and telepathy like the reptoids do. You know what I'm saying? Because some of them like that slave mind, colonized mentality and shit, and then they treat you like it, and then you wonder why, in America, it's like you can't. I'm gonna be me. I'm gonna be masculine, bitch. Fuck that. So I ain't tucking my tail, but I know not to be swinging my tail when everybody running around with machete ass claws and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know. I'm not gonna drown myself if I know I'm in a boat and I know big ass waves gonna come, bitch. I'm not about to surf. Just not a surfboard. I know how to just tread around that shit. You feel me? But yeah, man, I just want to go ahead and break that shit down. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm right, I'm right. Y'all let me know in the comment section. And shout out to this subscriber that told me to check out those files, man. I checked them out, man. I briefly checked them out, man. Yeah, it's shit legit, bro. But I know what it is. I know what type of time it is. You know what I'm saying? How could you expect a group of entities to expose themselves when the whole time they've been trying to work in the secrecy and the darkness? And a motherfucker that's at the light could see what the fuck they is plain as daylight. You know what I'm saying? I come around these people, bro, and they get to fucking tripping and spazzing and losing it because they trying to hold their second morphin form and shit. And I'm like, nigga, I'm not even looking at you to try to discover what kind of shapeshifter you is. I know you one of them, but I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't the one hiding my fucking true form and shit. I'm out here who I am, bitch. But, I got some morphers and shapeshifters and skinwalkers. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? I know this shit sound crazy and shit, but I know some wendigos, nigga. Some that want my head and some that want them dead. You feel me? So, yeah, man. I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. I'm about to get some motherfucking hydration. Y'all like, share, comment, subscribe, throw something on the cash app, man. Y'all want some esoteric high top knowledge that other motherfuckers just not willing to speak on. I don't give a fuck. I mean, like, hey, bro. I ain't hurting nobody, bitch. I ain't hurting myself. Oasis, man. Now, I know that shit make a lot of sense to a lot of you motherfuckers that's in America that wanted to get married and have relationships and shit like that. You gotta realize that, bro, they are agents. They work for the CIA, DEA, secret forces and shit, underground bunkers and shit. You walking on the surface, they be under that bitch at night doing some slithering shit. So this probably made sense for a lot of African American men that wanted women, but they realized that something about them just not right, bro. And the other half of why they not right is because they felt from their goddess frequency. So some felt from the goddess frequency and was goddesses to start with, and some of them were serpent seeds, and they just dwelled deeper and darker and felt deeper within the darkness of the reptilian scale form. But yeah, man. I mean, if you just sit back and take a step back, you would see the serpent in them. If you take a step back, you would see who got the divine spark. Because all African American women are not from that genetic code of the reptilians. Some are from the 144,000 God's hands. So let them marinate. I gotta get out of here and get back online, bitch.